So that's how you do a routing. Okay, got it. So say in this case I'm not doing. After that it comes to her call supplier invoice. What here it is doing is now. I have all my variables populated. I am population the web service. This is the web service which is from resource management and it is let me show you this XSLT. By the way, to open the XSLT, where is it? You click on that XSLT and this one open. Open the file. You click on that and it will open that for you. Okay, so the web services submit supplier invoice. Okay, this is the in your case. Terminate or like something whatever higher. Terminate or change something and all that you will use. Now your question should be that you have used right step, right and right step. You put the web service request and then just updated the variables there, right? Why do we use XSLT here? Okay, so the reason for that is because in this I needed to do some extra thing. Why? Why? Because for loading an invoice can have multiple lines. Some invoice can have 2 lines. Some invoice will have 3 lines. Yeah, how will we know if I put it in a right step it will be hard-coded stuff? I don't know, for should it be 3 lines, because this is the one invoice line part which has to be repeated. So in XSLT I can do it again by grouping right. So when you have to use this, you can use this as a reference instead of this one to put your web service. Change these tags based on your web service, right? Now, here what is happening different is you have invoice and you have invoice lines, so invoice will have some header, constant right, like in our case. Employee. You have employee ID which will be constant, meaning unique, first name. Last name will be common, but the salary will vary, right? So it is January, Feb, March, and the amount. So in that case you will do for each select employee line and then populate the other ones like the salary, the month amount and all that. So if there are 3 lines, it will populate this 3 times. If it is 2 lines, it will populate it 2 times. So that is when we use XSLT, where we have to do such kind of programming. Okay, once it is populated, it goes to the submit supplier invoice, which is calling the Workday web service, and then, if it is success, it goes to this one. If it is failure meaning say, if there is some error, right amount is not there or some validation is failing, and all that case it will come back to this right. It flows back. You know the basic concept. If there is an error, it will start going backwards, right? So if there is an error in submit supplier invoice, it will come here and in this one. In the advance. If the handle downstream error is true, yes, it will come to send error and it will come here now. Here. What I'm doing is in the eval. I am population the message. And my error. This variable, which was initially declared as 0. I am adding 1 to it. Why? Because I know if something has come from send error, that means it's an error. So I am increasing the error count by 1. So before this the error props error was having the value as 0. But if say for some invoice it was an error it came here, it will become 1, right? And why it is happening like this is because you have a splitter, right? So if you have 15 invoices, first will come, it will come here. Come to call supplier invoice. Come here go. If it is success, it will come here, and then I'm doing a success plus 1, so meaning if it comes here, it is success, if it goes back, it is error. So, by any means, I'm just population it. Yeah, and then I told you about the cloud log concept, right? So cloud logger is a component which I have put there. And I have given the name as cloud log, right? So this is the name. And if you see here also, it's this, oh, sorry, this is the step ID, but cloud log. If you see the variable name here, it is blank, right? Because what it says default value is cloud-log-content. Yeah, same as here. Default cloud log here, also cloud log everywhere. Wherever it is cloud log. What happens is, wherever you use cloud log and you populate this message right with some message, it will keep on appending it. But okay, let me stop here. I don't want to overdo this, but till here you're clear, right, that after splitter it is coming. If it is success, our count is getting increased for success. If it is coming back, our error count is getting increased. Yeah.